Wasted potential haunts me at night. Missed opportunities. Squandered years. I lie awake calculating the brutal cost of discipline delayed. The crushing weight of what if presses against my chest. What if you had started the right habits 5 years ago? 10 years? The growth compounds. The losses multiply. The regret intensifies. Today, I'm revealing the transformative habits I discovered too late. No sugarcoating. No motivational fluff. Just raw, uncomfortable truth about what you're sacrificing every day you postpone these practices. These habits rewired my brain, rebuilt my body, revolutionized my confidence. Other men envy the results while avoiding the work. They scroll for shortcuts while their potential withers. The discipline these habits demand will challenge you. Most men retreat. Most men decay. But you're still reading because something inside you knows you're capable of more, much more. These 4 specific habits deliver explosive returns that most men will never experience. The choice confronts you now: continue the slow death of mediocrity or embrace the disciplines that separate extraordinary men from everyone else. Modern life has created the perfect trap for ambitious men. We're bombarded with instant rewards, endless scrolling, streaming services, late-night takeout, all engineered to keep us comfortable, distracted, and fundamentally unchanged. This comfort slowly suffocates your potential. Each year passes faster than the last, and suddenly you're staring at a version of yourself that falls devastatingly short of what you could have become. The most dangerous part? This deterioration happens silently. Your mind creates elaborate justifications. I'll start tomorrow. I need more information first. I'm still young. But discipline delayed compounds into regret. Every day you postpone these crucial habits, you're actively choosing a weaker future self. You feel it already, that gnawing dissatisfaction when you see truly accomplished men. You wonder what they know that you don't. The truth? They don't possess secret knowledge. They simply started the right habits earlier and maintained ruthless consistency. They understood something most men never grasp. Mediocrity is a choice made daily through procrastination and comfort seeking. Right now, in this moment, you stand at a critical decision point that most men miss completely. The single most haunting confession I hear from men in their 40s isn't about missed career opportunities or failed relationships. It's this: I wish I had started martial arts in my 20s. Every black belt I've trained with, every single one, expresses the same regret. When I finally stepped onto the mats at 29, I understood why. Martial arts aren't merely about learning to defend yourself. They're about rewiring your entire psychology. The discipline required to show up 3 times weekly when your body screams in protest builds mental fortitude that transfers to every aspect of life. Most men walk through their days having never tested their true capacity for discomfort. They've never experienced the humbling reality of being completely dominated by another man, forced to tap out, and then immediately standing up to continue. This process strips away ego and rebuilds authentic confidence, the kind that doesn't collapse under pressure. The progression through belt ranks provides something modern men desperately lack: clear, unambiguous feedback on your development. There's no faking it, no talking your way through. Your progress is evident or it isn't. This brutal honesty creates psychological stability in a world of constant validation seeking. The defensive capabilities are almost secondary to the mental transformation, though they provide immediate real-world value. Knowing you can handle physical confrontation eliminates an entire category of fear that silently influences most men's decision-making. For implementation, start with 2 sessions weekly, one grappling-focused like jiu-jitsu and one striking art like Muay Thai or boxing. Begin as a complete novice with 0 expectations beyond showing up consistently. The first 3 months will test your commitment as your body adapts and your ego takes repeated blows. Track your attendance religiously. This metric matters more than any technique mastery early on. Find a gym with practitioners who have families and careers. This ensures the training environment accommodates real-life constraints. The physical changes come rapidly. Increased cardiorespiratory capacity, functional strength, and mobility improvements that no traditional workout can replicate. But the psychological benefits, heightened situational awareness, stress inoculation, and genuine self-confidence. These compound into advantages that separate you from peers who remain untested. Most critically, Martial arts recalibrate your relationship with discipline itself. When you voluntarily subject yourself to controlled physical adversity, you develop an implementation mindset that transforms how you approach every challenge. Start now, not tomorrow, not when you're in better shape. The men you admire most began before they felt ready. The modern male body, evolutionarily designed for physical challenge, deteriorates in today's comfort-oriented environment. This mismatch creates a biochemical crisis affecting everything from cognitive function to emotional stability. Progressive resistance training generates a powerful hormonal cascade that optimizes testosterone production, neural recruitment, and stress resilience. I discovered too late that compound movements, squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, trigger systemic adaptations that no isolation exercise can replicate. Implement a 3-day split focusing exclusively on movements that engage multiple joint systems simultaneously. Track progression meticulously, adding 2.5 to 5 pounds weekly to major lifts while maintaining pristine form. This methodical progression builds mental fortitude through controlled exposure to increasing resistance, a perfect metaphor for professional advancement. The psychological transformation extends beyond aesthetics. Embodied strength recalibrates your presence in social hierarchies without conscious effort. The discipline required to push through plateaus, those frustrating periods of stagnation, develops delayed gratification capacity that transfers directly to financial decision-making and relationship management. Most critically, strength training restores the natural confidence that comes from physical capability, something increasingly rare in an era where physical prowess has been systematically devalued despite its continued relevance in male psychology. The algorithmic content trap decimated my cognitive development for years. When I finally abandoned dopamine-driven videos for systematic reading, my disciplined thinking expanded exponentially. Tactical implementation requires 3 components. First, schedule sacred 30-minute reading blocks before any screen exposure, protecting this cognitive space with militant boundaries. Second, maintain a dedicated implementation journal using the Cornell note-taking method, distilling actionable principles in the right margin within 12 hours of exposure. Third, structure your reading queue using the knowledge triad approach: 1 tactical manual, 1 theoretical framework, and 1 biographical case study simultaneously. Books like Atomic Habits contain layered implementation systems impossible to extract from fragmented content. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius provided stoic resilience frameworks that transformed my emotional discipline. The compounding return manifests through cross-disciplinary integration, creating mental models that optimize decision-making under uncertainty. Most critically, deep reading develops sustained focus capacity, strengthening the prefrontal cortex function that modern content consumption systematically erodes. Select works using the expert recommendation matrix. Books consistently cited by top performers across multiple domains rather than bestseller lists engineered for mass appeal. The foundation of male intellectual development remains unchanged despite technological disruption: systematic exposure to distilled wisdom. The industrial food complex systematically undermines male performance through chemical manipulation designed to maximize consumption while minimizing satiety. Elimination of hyperpalatable processed foods creates immediate neurological recalibration. Dopamine receptors resensitize within 72 hours, restoring natural reward mechanisms. Implement the 3-phase protocol. First, execute complete pantry purge, eliminating all seed oils, refined carbohydrates, and chemical preservatives without exception. Second, implement protein prioritization at every meal, minimum 30 g, creating hormonal cascades that regulate appetite through CCK and GLP-1 pathways. Third, practice strategic fasting windows, 16:8 protocol, to accelerate metabolic flexibility. Track morning glucose variability and inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein quarterly. The transformation extends beyond physical composition. Seed oil elimination specifically reduces systemic inflammation that compromises cognitive function and testosterone production. Most critically, nutritional discipline establishes neurological restraint patterns that transfer directly to financial decision-making and impulse regulation across all domains. The convergence of these four disciplines transforms you biochemically and psychologically. Martial arts develops threat-calibrated confidence, while strength training optimizes hormonal cascades affecting decision-making. Nutritional discipline eliminates inflammatory brain fog, enhancing cognitive processing speed. Deep reading cultivates pattern recognition across domains. This integrated system eliminates the performance anxiety plaguing modern men, replacing it with embodied capability. The compound effect manifests most powerfully in professional settings. Authoritative presence, strategic patience, and resilience through setbacks become automatic rather than effortful. Accept the 14-day integration challenge now. 2 martial arts sessions, 3 compound movement strength workouts, daily pre-dawn reading blocks, and complete elimination of processed foods. Document baseline metrics today. Public accountability accelerates adaptation when motivation falters. While others contemplate improvement, your systematic reconstruction through disciplined action will separate you permanently from the hesitating masses.